today, the U.S. issuing new sanctions against key allies of Venezuela's disputed president, Nicolas Maduro. Michelle Caruso-Cabrera got a chance to sit down with Colombia's president, Duque, last night, and he had some strong words about Maduro's future.
His days are over. So now the military, who are the ones that have to make the next shift, the turn, the change, they have now to support President Guaido. Because what is the other option? Continue with a dictatorship that has impoverished the whole population, a hyperinflation of millions, the deterioration of all the liberties?
Michelle joins me now. He was very strong.
Extremely. And he's been strong. Even when he was running for president, he was very strong that he wanted to do something about the situation in Venezuela, much stronger than his predecessor. We wait to see, though, what happens. It's been 3 weeks since Guaido named himself interim president, and still Maduro is in place in Venezuela. So we're at a stalemate at this point. What is plan B?
What breaks the stalemate?
Well, so I think part of that answer is what we're seeing from the U.S. government with more and more sanctions, because remember, the greatest theft in history occurred in Venezuela. All of that oil revenue departed the country, and it is sitting in bank accounts overseas, billions and trillions, a scale that makes Brazil look pathetic. So when they go after these individuals like they did today, that's to prevent them from accessing that money. So a constant economic asphyxiation of these people who thought they had a lot of money overseas to protect them, and they can't get to it.
Which is understandable, and for the population itself, that's where Colombia comes in. They've been desperately trying to get across the border to get basic supplies. We send humanitarian aid down, and then Venezuela blockades it, so they can't even get in.
So you bring up an extremely important point, which is we got a showdown coming on February 23rd. The interim president of Venezuela says that's the day the aid is going to come in. How?
Yeah.
Right? So it's coming in through Colombia at this point, a city called Cucuta. And the president assured that there would be people there in order to assist the aid workers to get the aid across the border. And it's meant to be, let the whole world watch and see, what does Venezuela and the military decide that day with their starving people if they're going to take in this humanitarian aid?
Great point.
We wait to see, does it become something military? Opening a humanitarian aid corridor often means military intervention. Is that what's going to come to? That's what we wait to see.
And the president has not even, soft pedaled from that. He's left that on the table. We know how John Bolton feels about it. And I wonder what the role of Russia, China to some extent, Cuba is in this. Some have said Venezuela is going to end up becoming a proxy war type of thing. Is that putting it a little too strongly or not?
I think it's too early for that yet. It could be. I'm just not convinced that China is going to be so vested in protecting everything that they've got down there. I think they're going to be much more tactical. We already hear reports that they're willing to negotiate, or they are negotiating with the opposition in Washington.
And what about Rosneft? Brian Sullivan made this point a couple of weeks back, but he said, look, ultimately they're going to want the profits from Rosneft that are invested into that country. China has loaned Venezuela billions and billions of dollars, and we know China needs the revenue right now. So would they actually have an interest in the new guy, Guaido, taking over, getting that up and running, and delivering them the money?
Yes. What relationship will they have financially with the new government? You raised something very important. We are on the verge of what could be the first international debt restructuring involving China. They've never been involved in one before. How much are they going to burden share? How much are they going to contribute? These are all big issues that are just coming to a head if and when we see Maduro out.